Hi, everybody. I wanted to share a website with you that I find very useful. The name of the website is builtwith.com, builtwith.com. And the reason I find this so useful is because it will detect the content management system that you're using. And what a content management system is your framework of your website is built in a way for the content, to manage the content, the digital content. And on this site, it gives you that information. And I'll just show you with my own website, federalwebservices.com. And this is, I mean, the site gives you a lot of useful information. Of course, here's the web server, which is Apache, the hosting provider, which is GoDaddy, the name server provider, which was GoDaddy. That's where we registered the domain. And then if you go down here, of course, we have an SSL certificate. And here's where it talks about the content management system. And of course, you can plug any domain into this search menu up here, the search bar, and you will pull up a website and it will tell you what the content management system is. But this is really interesting because it gives you statistics too on how they're, this is not the one I wanted here, let me, right here it is, right here. If you use a pie graph here for the amount of sites that use WordPress, 37% of the internet uses a WordPress CMS system, which is fairly significant considering that others is 43% and everybody else has quite a little part of this pie chart. So WordPress is a dominant CMS system. Of course, it's open source, meaning you don't have to pay for it. And it's very versatile. We use it for all kinds of websites. But this site gives you all that information, and it's very useful. I found it. And not only that, I think pretty much everything's free. I think they have some paid services. But as far as just finding out this kind of information, you can use it for as long as you like without paying anything for it. Of course, the framework is PHP. That's the language that it's written in. And it gives you a lot of useful, in fact, I think it even gives you the plugins that are used on the site, which very interesting. So you can figure out what plugins are being used. There's some other useful information on this too. Of course, here's your Google Analytics. And I'll show you how to find Google Analytics on a site. I'll just go to Federal Web Services. You right click, go to the source code, go Control F, brings up a little window. Right there's the, of course, what do we take it off this side? Yeah, we must have taken it off. But anyway, it'd be UA dash, and then there's some numbers. You can go and look at the source code and find if the where the Google Analytics are on a website. I think we might have taken them off this site because we use some other type of analytics. But a lot of useful information on this site. Here's your IP addresses. And of course, over the time, we've used different IP addresses. This is another interesting thing. It's the IP history and also other websites that have a shared IP with your website, federalwebservices.com. So these are all the other different websites that share the same IP address as Federal Web Services. And of course, that's because of GoDaddy. GoDaddy is a shared host. So you have all these other websites using the same IP address, which is interesting. And this gives you all that information. And like I say, it's all free so far as they have some other services here that aren't free, but I think as far as searching the information I just showed you, you can use it for as long as you like without paying for it. So very good information, a very useful site. I'll put the link to it down below. It's builtwith.com, and I've been using it for a while and I found it really helpful. So thanks a lot for listening. I hope this is something you can use too in your when you're doing some development. Thank you.